Coach.
Could you just kind of give a little bit of an overview and particularly sort of the, after the quick 2 goals, if any, thoughts of Man U flash through your heads?
I thought in the first half offensively we did some good things. I thought not only the 2 goals, I thought we created some good chances. I think Hilario made a couple of good saves for them. So we were a bit unfortunate maybe not to get more than 2 goals. On the other side of the ball, defensively, I think we got caught napping on counterattacks, on quick turnovers. Our transition wasn't very good, and I think, there was a couple of individual mistakes. Certainly, our we got manhandled on the first goal. We turn over a ball sillily on the 1 goal. We get caught pushed up on the other goal when we're pushed up on the far side of the field. So, those are things that we know we can't do. Maybe it's the exuberance of the game, and we were having some success going forward. So maybe we did that, and that's resulted in the 2 late goals. But the 2 early goals, it was just, just mentally not being sharp, not being as ready as maybe we needed to be. And there's still a difference, the speed of play. Speed of play is a little bit faster for sure. Especially the speed of play from a standpoint of when balls turn over, and and then the quality is, as we always say, that's why, that's why the value of the teams are drastically different.
Is there anything particular you can do to prepare for a quicker game against higher skilled players?
To play against those kind of players week in and week out. Because eventually if you play against those players week in and week out, then you're going to get faster and you're going to react faster. I mean, that's what you're always trying to do, is you're trying to bring your training up to as high a level as you can, because that's what you do more often than play games. So the higher level you can bring your training. But then again, the quality of players is going to take you to a certain level. And when you look at players that they're bringing in, or they're players, that aren't here for them, when they train, they're training at a very high level against high-level players who are playing equally as fast. And so when you train against that every day, you have to adjust and your game becomes faster.
Speaking of the level, though, compared to a few years ago when Chelsea was here, what did you see differently? Do you feel like...
Well, I think the level in MLS is improving constantly, and I think offensively we were far more successful this time around than we were last time. And again, not just taking the standpoint of because we scored 2 goals. I think we also created a number of good chances. And we were able to possess the ball in their end of the field. So from that standpoint, I think we were good. I think what hurt us today, like I said earlier, was just transition, and that needed to be better.
You mentioned getting caught napping, but is some of that transition just the class of the counterattack you're seeing there compared to what you see in the league?
Well, the classic counterattack, I mean, they close very quickly when they see a guy receive a ball in a bad position, and their recognition of that is very good. And so from that standpoint, that certainly helps. I mean, we had a game on Sunday too that was not in the easiest conditions, 90 degrees and whatever it was, 70% humidity, but it's still that recognition factor is sharper on their end.
Talk about 2 of your substitutes. Was the change at half on keeper always planned, or was that result oriented? And then also, can you talk about how you decided that this was the way that you wanted Levac to go out?
Yeah, we were going to play Josh Ford today. We weren't quite sure how many minutes we were going to play him, and at the end of the half, we made the decision to let him play the whole second half. So that was a decision we made there. But we had anticipated him playing at least 30, so it wasn't a big change. I wanted to, I didn't want to kill the game, but I wanted to make sure that we subbed Roger in on his own, not as a group of 3 or 4. So that the crowd could appreciate, the fact of him getting onto the field and get the opportunity to acknowledge what he's done. I mean, he's a very special person, and because of him being a special person has made him a very special player for this club. And, it was great for him to go out today on a stage like that with the amount of fans that were there and to receive the recognition he got.
Yeah, do you think Freddie
Smith coming off the bench help lead to tonight's 2-goal performance?
Forwards are streaky, so he's, he got the goal in New York, and, he got 2 tonight, so hopefully he'll go on to a streak. I mean, the bench is a place that no player likes in particular. They're going to be respectful, and, they're probably not going to cuss and swear at me and things like that, but, it burns inside, and you want to show that, hey, I don't belong here, and I want to get on the field, and so, it's the same whether that's Freddie or whether that's Brad Evans, who went to the bench a little bit, or, whomever it is. But I was pleased. I thought he took his goals well, and, he did good.
Do you have an update on Evans?
We're not quite sure. He blocked it with the outside of his foot, so it looks like it might be a slight strain of the knee, but we're not sure.
Freddie was candid about his desire to move to England. Is it something that's a coach you want to hear from a player, that he is hungry?
I think you want every player wants to play at the highest level that they can possibly play. I mean, certainly there's there's opportunities that exist, that are there. Is there a club that's interested? What's there? England is a unique situation from a standpoint of you got to have so many national team caps, depending on what country you're from, have played in so many games, so you don't know what those opportunities are. But I want each and every one of our players to try and achieve as much as they want to achieve. If they're not hungry to try and get to the next level, and they're just very content and satisfied, then maybe they lose a little bit of that edge. So you want guys to have that edge to play at the best level they can.
So you'd rather hear an answer like that than an answer like, no, I'm happy here?
No, always. I mean, it's always been the same. I mean, we've had players on clubs go overseas, in different clubs that I've coached, and when I was, a youth coach, in terms of the youth national team and stuff like that, seeing players, go to foreign teams was great. And even when I was a college coach, having players leave college early and turn pro. When they're ready, and you want them to keep going up to the best level that they can play at.
Is Freddie ready to go to England?
I mean, he's ready to play another level. I mean, it's again, it's got to be the right situation. It's got to be the right opportunity for him, and then you got to take advantage of it.
One more about Roger. He's a career sub, and he just got a standing ovation from 65,000 people in MLS. 10 years ago, would you ever have thought?
Well, 10 years ago I knew who Roger was. I didn't know Roger that well. If you know Roger, you know why he gets a standing ovation. I mean, he's an endearing individual. Has a smile on his face. He did a little bit of his scuba, fall there at the end, goal celebration. He's just, I called him a bohemian type of fellow who just, he just enjoys life. He enjoys life. He enjoys what life brings to him, and whatever circumstances he's in, he finds a way to enjoy them. And that's the kind of guy that's just an infectious personality, and he endears himself to people because of who he is.
They asked me to do an ad, and I thought, cool. They want me because I play for the Seattle Sounders. Then I find out it's because my wife told them I'm a good dad. Even better. For me, being a good father is much more important than soccer. So here's my message. Be a good parent. Stay involved with your kid's life. Do something with them. Anything. Take a walk, read a book, maybe go see a Sounders game. We can make it better for our kids by staying involved and showing that we love them.